So imagine this, you are searching through Minecraft seeds until you find a world with an island. Now imagine that you are live streaming Minecraft and all of your viewers join that world. Well actually, no, don't imagine that because that's what I did in this video. This is hardcore Minecraft and I plan to survive 100 days among everyone else, trying to get as rich as possible. My goals for this video are to get full netherite armor, build something really cool, and organize everybody together so that we can live peacefully. Day number 1 was actually day number 2 because I accidentally left the server up for a day while I was explaining everything that was going to happen. So let's just start off on day number 2. So here I am, me and everyone else and all my viewers, and the first thing that I did was cut down some trees. I let everyone know that these trees would not be on the island for long because we don't have that many trees, but we have a lot of players. We were also wondering on day number 1, what happens if we have no food? And we had no animals on the island, there was nothing we could use for food, but then someone told me that we could use a kelp and smelt it in a furnace, then we could get some food through that. So luckily that is what I did. I started smelting some kelp, I also got my tools and everything ready, and that was the end of day 1. And now during the nighttime of day 1, or basically day 2, we actually saw a build that said sus. Some random people on the server decided to build a sign that literally just said sus. I had no idea what that build was for, but I did find it pretty funny. That night, I don't think anybody died, which is good because this is hardcore mode, and if you die, you're gone. So we had up to 80 players that night. I thought that was pretty cool. But now for the actual day number 2, but we're just gonna call it day 3, so we are on day number 3 now, and I was hoping that this one we could get more organized and work together. On day number 3, I actually decided to go mining, and this one person already had full iron armor. He dropped me 4 more pieces of iron, and I decided to keep it for myself and use it for a shield. In hardcore mode, if you don't have a shield early on, you could probably die very easily. And by this point, actually, a few people have also died themselves. People in my live stream chat were now telling me that they have already found the stronghold with the end portal. And on this island, there was a stronghold there, and so I decided to go looking for it. I saw a lot of people also looking for it as I was announcing it on the stream, and we had 80 players in the server, so of course, some people had to be down there too. And I finally dug into the correct room and found the stronghold. Now all we needed were to kill some endermen, get some blaze rods so they can make eyes of ender, and go to the end. I was starting to think we could beat the game within like 3 days. I was very worried though, because none of us would have good enough gear to kill the ender dragon. We don't have beds to kill it right away, and we also don't have bows and arrows to shoot out the crystals. I did warn everybody of that, but I don't think many of them thought it was too big of a deal, and continued to get the blaze rods and the eyes of ender anyway. And for the rest of day number 3, I decided to smelt the rest of my kelp. On day number 4, I gathered a lot of people at the end portal room, and we decided to start building a staircase up. We wanted to make a quick travel up and down that would be safe for people to go back and forth through the end portal without having to travel through all the caves, or even drop down through a huge hole, or dig straight down into the room. The way I decided to do that was to organize people to dig a really wide staircase. We had it be like 5 blocks wide, but at the start we just had it to be like 2 blocks wide, and we just wanted to make it safe for everyone so that nobody would die. Not much really happened on day number 5 though. We had a lot of people visit our staircase, and people were just trying to get super rich. People were mining for full diamond armor, full iron armor, full everything. And I forgot to mention on day number 4, someone actually gave me a diamond pickaxe. I don't know how people get diamonds that quickly, but they did. Someone named Bebo Mitchell, he wanted to show me his underwater house that he made. I thought it was pretty cool, and then I also started traveling the world seeing what there was. Really the coolest thing that I found was the sus sign again, and some seeds that were planted on the ground. Potentially that could become a really good food source in the future. So as you know, one of my goals was to get everybody organized and live together. So what I did was I told everyone my plan, which was to build a house and we could all have our own separate rooms, but living together. I thought this would be a pretty cool idea, but we would need a lot of space to build it. A lot of builders started building a flat platform out of oak wood. I started cutting down trees, and it started to look pretty good. We spent all of day number 6 cutting down trees, building a platform, and clearing out land to have a flat area to build the actual house or location that we're all gonna live. But then day 7 got intense. Apparently we had enough blaze rods and ender pearls to go to the end, and people were already starting to head there. We rushed down to the end portal room and saw everyone was there too. I got handed what I needed to make the portal, and I decided to open it. I told no one to go inside, but people did go inside anyway. Once you enter the end, there is no leaving until the dragon is killed, because this was hardcore mode and there was nothing they could do to get back to the overworld without killing the dragon. As I was continuing to build that community house area, I heard from my chat that people were dying in the end. On day number 8, we decided to enter the end with everyone that we could to try to save those people from dying, and so that we could finally kill the dragon and we can save those people from the end. This did not go well. Once I entered the end, I saw that there were a lot of people there, and a lot of people were also going to follow me to the end, and I noticed that there was something wrong with the dragon. It was flying through the ground, and we had no idea what was happening. That is why everyone kept dying in the end, because the ender dragon was glitched. It never perched anywhere, so the only way we could kill it was killing it with a bow and arrow. At this point, not much damage has been done to the dragon, and we were all scared. We built a shelter so that we could all survive, but then the ender dragon flew right through the shelter and killed so many people. Loot was dropping everywhere. We were in the end for a good 40 minutes. And for day number 9 and 10, we had to do everything we could to kill the dragon, and finally we fixed the perching issue. But unfortunately, someone built really high in the sky, and we had to break down that entire tower just so we can hit the dragon from the ground. People also were getting launched off the tower left and right. People were missing their water bucket clutches, and we had at least 30 deaths in the end. Eventually, we did get to kill the dragon, and I got the final hit luckily and got the achievement. It was super intense, and I'm really surprised that we ended up killing the dragon, but it took us 2 days. I don't know how I survived, but I ended up getting better loot after the ender fight was over, and we went back to the overworld and were safe on day number 10. At this point, I'd been streaming for a while, and I ended the stream and let everyone else play offline. On day number 10 to 72, yeah, I know, a big gap. No one really actually played during those days. We had a bunch of people log on and log off, build a few things, but the reason not that many things were built was because I was not streaming. Some cool things were built, like these gravestones for some people, these wheat farms, and a lot of people actually went mining a lot, but other than that, nothing cool actually was built. So on day number 72, I looked around and saw what everyone else has built while I was gone. I saw this house, I saw a few things, I saw that the end was cleaned up a little bit, and that was about it. On day number 73, I decided to go mining, and I found actually a lot of diamonds. I also found a lot of lapis, iron, coal, and a lot of other stuff mining throughout the entirety of day 73. On day number 74, I decided I wanted to go get some water, and then after I was fully hydrated after getting my water, I decided to go mining even more. Day number 75 and day number 76 were the same thing. I really just went mining, trying to get as rich as possible before day 100 came. Although day number 77 went crazy. So there's this streamer named Redunes, and he averages about, I'd say, like 300 viewers now, and he and his team joined the server. He called me up, brought me to the surface after my mining, and he hopped in a call with me and told me what his plans were. He told me he wanted to have a statue made of him. He also really wanted to take over the server, but I did tell him that it was hardcore, and he did get a little bit skeptical after that. He even told one of his members from his team to kill themselves just to test if it was hardcore. Later on day 77, I went mining even more just to find out that Redunes had jumped off of a tall tower and all of his members jumped off after him. Why did they do that? I don't know. I think it's because they just really wanted to play with him, and now that he died, they had no more reason to play in the server, and half the lobby died. I spent the day 78 and the rest of the day 79 smelting all of my ores that I went mining for hours for. I wanted to get as rich as possible, and I also explained to everybody how we're going to build a huge pyramid and put all of our resources on the top of the pyramid. I also explained how I wanted to get full netherite armor, and if we did that, then all of my goals would have succeeded. After that, it was the end of the stream for the day, and I wanted to record later tonight near day 100, hopefully able to put all of our resources on the top of the pyramid and achieve all 3 of our goals. Here we are, day number 98. I was super excited. I figured out that someone or everyone finished the actual pyramid that I said, and it is huge. They even mod-proofed the bottom. Dude, this entire thing is insane. I was super surprised that they did that. I decided to look around just to see like if there's any proof on who built the thing, and it looks like I think maybe Jer Polarbear did it. You know, he left these signs here and everything. Not entirely sure. I was kind of sad that I was the only one left on the server. It was like 1 a.m. and no one else was online, which is to be expected because a lot of my viewers do go to sleep pretty early for some reason, and day 100 I knew was coming soon, so I had to get on, and I didn't want to miss the day. So I stayed up till 1 a.m., recorded, and I went to the top of the pyramid, and they had full netherite armor for me. That was one of my goals completed. And another goal of mine was to make the world civilized, and I think that this chest up here proves that it was. Someone could have stolen all that stuff and left the world, but they left it up there just for me. So those are all of my goals completed. Now it's just time to wait till day 100. As I waited for day 100, I looked around for all the builds. I saw someone had a whole base over here with farms and everything. I saw that Redune's statue was actually built right here. It looks amazing, and the world had actually come along pretty far. I think the biggest thing in the world though was the pyramid, and that is the greatest build I've ever seen in that short amount of time that people have played on the world. And for the rest of day 99, I found this cow. Me and the cow were the last 2 left on the world. At the start of the world we had 80. Now everyone had logged off and or died, so it was basically just me and the cow and no one else was left. I decided to build up really high so that I could use my elytra for one last time before day 100, and then I flew to the middle of the island, and I took off my elytra and ended the world. And I did that because I wanted you guys all to subscribe. Guys, please subscribe. This video took a very long time to make. I would really appreciate it. Also, go watch another one of my videos, and goodbye.